Well, I've received this question from one of the macro students on how to graph an aggregate expenditure function when we add government into the model. So notice that this consumption function is different from the one we studied in chapter 8 because now consumption depends on after-tax income. So when we add government into the model, we add government expenditure in the aggregate expenditure side. And now consumption depends on income after tax, right? So what is left over after you pay tax, basically you consume part of it and you save the other part. We will study that when we do our next lecture, right? So the key idea is now aggregate expenditure with the government into the model, basically. So it used to be S plus I in chapter 8, now we add G, right? So I is 200, G is 300. And, consumption is given by this equation, right? But don't forget that tax is 250, so we need to add 250 in here. It's a lump sum tax, right? So the aggregate expenditure equation should be like this. I'm just going to write the consumption function plus 0.8 y minus t. T is 250. I'm just going to write 250. And plus investment is 200. And government expenditure is 300. Right? So the rest is mechanical, right? You just pick up two numbers and basically graph this equation. So we can pick up 0. If I pick up 0, so I like to use Excel for calculations. So, right, let's just do it here. So our consumption function is 100 plus 0.8 multiplied by y minus 200. So let's pick up 0 for y minus 250, sorry. So we get the consumption when income is equal to 0. And so to get the aggregate expenditure, we need to add a consumption plus 100 for investment plus 300 for government expenditure. We get 400. Okay, so now we pick up another point. Let's pick up this point maybe. Gonna pick up this point. This one. So this one is 3200. So I'm gonna plug 3200 in here in the consumption function and see 3200. So we get this number for aggregate expenditure. 3200. Okay. All right. So now we have 2 points. So, all right. The first point was 400. 0, 400. Okay, let's start here. Let me just delete this. Do it over again. 400. So when income is 3200, I think it was here 2960. Right? So this is aggregate expenditure 1. and we label equilibrium. So see here, it's equilibrium because 2000, 2000, right? So let's just get it right, 2000, 2000. So this is equilibrium 1. So let's make sure this is accurate in here. So we need, okay, should be fine. Okay, so what happens when we increase government expenditure by 200? So now we increase government expenditure by 200. So instead of 300, we have 500 in here. So how does that affect the aggregate expenditure curve? Basically, it shifts up by 200. So over here, it doesn't affect the consumption function, but you're going to add here 500, right? And of course, if income is 0, the intercept in here will increase by 200. So we're going to have 600 in here. $600. It's very difficult to get it exactly 600. Let's just do it as, and 3160. So 31, almost got it. So this is aggregate expenditure 2. Okay. So make sure that this is like exactly on 600. Okay, now it's good. Okay, now we need to label the equilibrium. So the equilibrium is the point of intersection between the 35-degree line and the new aggregate expenditure curve. This should intersect at 3000. If you are not sure, go to this equation right here, 3000, and you see, so aggregate expenditure should be 3000, so we're right. And you can't see it here. 3000 and 3000. All right. I think this, if you can't type it in, it's better. I will try to enable that function. All right. Label it F. I'll check the answer. All right. Here we go. If you have any questions, please just use the Ask My Instructor, and I'll try to get back to you. Thank you very much.